I presume we'll just continue to round robin the commentary.
Yeah, might as well. I'm sorry to see you lose that way. You had a hell of a time
Oh,
staying in
sorry.
shape that race.
Sorry about that. I had your stream open and then we started circular,
Yeah, you didn't want me giving you the tongue lashing twice on two different sides of things. But so while these players go through the tutorial and the first stage, what went wrong for you in that last race?
Well, a lot of stuff went wrong, like badly wrong, and it actually didn't really cost me that much time other than the last fall in the water right before the final boss. Even without all the mistakes, I still would have been back behind neerrm with that time he put up, so...
Yeah, he had an amazing time. It was the fastest of the race, and you took a little bit of chip damage, I would say. Pretty much every stage needing to either shape up or shaping up during the stage and wasting the animations, you know? So, it doesn't take much to go wrong.
I was really surprised at the cloud boss because I thought I screwed it up badly enough that I had to redo the level, and then I didn't.
Yeah, I had that problem with the pig boss against you, where I just finally, like, I knew it was over, so I just finally decided to kill it so I could just get on with it and redo the level and then just wait for you to finish. And then it looks like the timer does add a little bit to your meter. Whatever time you have left adds to the meter. And it saved me. And then the cloud boss did me in for the second race in a row anyway, so... But here we are. We're on the scroller here.
Yep, back to auto-scrolling.
Yeah. Is there any... well, you're 2-1. You beat me, you beat BGT, and you lost to neerrm. If BGT does win this race, there could be a three-way tie for first place. BGT loses this race, you are into the winner's bracket. So...
Yeah, that definitely puts me at rooting for neerrm here.
Well,
did you and BGT race already?
Yeah, BGT beat me. That was the first race tonight.
That was the first race of the night.
Yeah, they're all flying by so fast.
Yeah, that's what happens when everything gets scheduled on the last 2 days.
Yeah.
/ technically 1 day if you're only counting Eastern time.
I put a little bit of practice into the game today. Probably not as much as I should have, since we've had 3 weeks to race the game and whatnot.
Right.
Totally my fault, but again, the cloud boss is not one of the issues I had in the game. So I didn't really put much time into trying to do that boss. I put more time into the pirate. I put more time into the level before the pirate.
Yeah, that level 5 before the pirate is one of the harder stages, I think.
And that's where neerrm excels. I said this to BGT last race during the restream. He practiced that stage, and it was almost naturally instinctive to do what he needs to do to get both the invulnerability procs and make it to the fight and the boss fight, and not only make it to the boss fight, but do the boss fight within the quickest amount of time. It's something I set up, and sure enough, he did it again. And that's probably where the biggest time save was for him, just the fact that he never had to stop. But BGT is the first through to stage 3. Well, for last race, we might be able to call this a little bit of an upset. There is hope for me, though. Well, there's no hope, because if BGT wins this race, he'll go to 2-1. So there's no hope for me. But,
yeah.
I was going to set up a 1-2 scenario for everybody, but I forgot that No, wait, hold on. Yeah, BGT beat me, so that's... Yeah, so you're 2-1, neerrm is 1-0, BGT is 1-1, and I am 0-2. So that just means that, again, you're in if BGT loses and neerrm wins. But if BGT beats neerrm and neerrm beats me, everyone is 2-1, and then we have to have a play-in race to go ahead and determine who's going to make it.
We BGT got whacked off the helicopter there, so that puts us back in a tied race, it looks like.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a lead here. I did not know you can get that helicopter back, though, if you get whacked early enough.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, I guess.
And neerrm excels on the boss fight. BGT's having the trouble of hitting that second candle. Finally gets through, but neerrm's going to go into stage number 4 with a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah, back to our next auto-scroller.
Yeah, and you can lose time here if you do shape up or if you don't mash the text. And one of the things you did better than neerrm last race was in and out of the stages, it looked like you were getting the faster scrolling text than he was.
Yeah, that's actually, like, compared to a lot of games where text is scrolling, this one's really easy because you can buffer and just hold A before the text even pops up and just hold it the whole time.
Oh, so you didn't even have to mash, you can just hold it.
Yeah, just hold A before the cutscene even starts and just hold A the whole way through the cutscene.
Oh, I'm gonna potentially use that to help you out with neerrm in the next race. So this stage is relatively harmless, I feel. You don't really need the rockets to get through. You just have to know exactly where to position yourself.
Yeah, this last race I got knocked around here quite a bit, but then of course it didn't really cost, other than if you hit that shape up or just have too much time at the end. Those are really the only things really costing time.
How much does the time at the end really cost you?
You know, I'm not sure what the actual, like, frames per time or whatever is. It's not much, but I guess, you know, if you're looking at trying to go for a world record or something like that.
Yeah. Well, neerrm just got a hit there, had a shape up, lost a few frames in the animation. Still going to make it to the boss quicker than BGT unless it happens again. I guess that's something that could happen. And in race strategies, maybe you don't want to go for the quote-unquote YOLO clock strategies or just taking one.
This is one boss in particular where, you know, if you miss the quick kill and you have to go for a full another cycle, that's quite a few seconds.
Yeah.
You don't want to leave your timer too short for that.
neerrm did get the quick kill. You got like the quick kill plus getting hit once when he got into his final form. Let's see how this works out for neerrm.
Oh, and neerrm misses quick kill here.
Yeah, he's got low enough health though where, like, as soon as it separates again, it's over. BGT stands underneath the dude, gets hit, doesn't even get an attack. Yeah, he doesn't even get a single blow, I think, to any of the parts. So he could have made up a lot of time there, but unfortunately, no.
Really just a second cycle there, so a little bit of time lost to neerrm probably, but not too much.
Yeah, this stage will probably tell the tale. If neerrm doesn't get the double invulnerability and gets knocked into the water, I mean, that will even things up. And there it is.
Oh, into the water.
So now Fat neerrm has to overcome this and see what happens. Water the second time, so BGT, pressure's on him.
Really, this is costing probably a minute minimum.
Yeah. I mean, BGT is doing his best to try to get knocked into the water as well. Took 2 hits there. Gets the invulnerability right in the most opportune time and has taken the lead. BGT is on his way here to get to Captain Condom, the boss, quicker than neerrm. Doesn't have invulnerability for this part.
Up here, so that will help him recover.
Yeah, and now it's all about, can BGT do this in in the quick kill. See if he sets up on the first pillar. It's all about this first hit right there, and he gets it. Now, which way does the boss throw the next barrel? And he should be all right here. He's just got to not overcompensate on the last barrel. Now we should stand still, let this one just hit him right in the face. Oh, he jumps at it, and that's fine. And now it's this one. This is the one I always screw up, but there you go. BGT is moving on to the last stage as neerrm goes into the boss fight of the prior stage. So let me ask you a question. As a guy who's played this game before and has won 2 games, these big jumps in this last level are, if you hit them, how much time are you saving versus like not hitting them, but then again not getting hit by enemies as well?
You're saying if you get the fast jump versus just taking it safe and doing a short jump?
Yeah, like BGT is doing right now.
I don't know. The screen's scrolling faster, so it's got to be costing you something. I don't know how much.
The question probably would have been set up a little bit better had neerrm got the quick kill. But he struggled a little bit on that boss, and BGT is going to go into the final boss battle. This is almost the lead neerrm had against you.
Yeah.
BGT handles the first Fist of Doom pretty easily. Gets fisted on the second one. Now he's got to wait for some shakes. Not going to be that many.
Probably just one. As long as he gets one, he should be okay. Yep.
And he got the one.
There it goes.
Oh, BGT. Won't call it an upset because neerrm's only played this once before, but at the same time, neerrm crushed it. And BGT finishes up the tournament at 2-1 to join you at the top of the table at 2-1. neerrm is 1-1. He has one more race against me. I am 0-2. I don't think I've even saw the fourth stage yet. So if I don't pull the upset, we're looking at a play-in race here.
Yeah.
So obviously you and BGT are both rooting for me. Try not to let you down. I'll try to forfeit in stage 5 this time instead of stage 3.
Yeah.
But then again, it's not a forfeit out of any other means except for there was no chance of recovery. So let's just put myself in a position where at least if I lose, without having to redo a stage.
Yeah, and that's something I talked about while you were racing. You can do some backup strats, but if you haven't tried to practice a backup strat, then kind of what's the point, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.